Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Bulgarian ebook before it's gone. How are your Bulgarian listening skills? First, you'll see an image and hear a question. Next comes a short dialogue. Listen carefully and see if you can answer correctly. We'll show you the answer at the end. Are you ready?
Мъж и жена планират своя маршрут за разглеждане на забележителности. В каква последователност ще се разходят из града?
По кой маршрут да поемем утре?
Аз бих искала да отида до музея, замъка и обсерваторията.
Аз също така искам да купя малко сувенири на път.
Музеят е отворен от 8 до 6, замъкът е отворен от 9 до 4, а обсерваторията изглежда да е отворена от 9 сутринта до 9 вечерта.
Замъкът предлага специална обиколка с екскурзовод 2 пъти на ден, от 12 и от 2 часа. Аз искам да се включа в една от тях.
Мисля, че е необходимо да направиш предварителна резервация за обиколката. Можеш ли да го провериш в интернет?
Да. Тази, която от обяд е пълна. Добре ли ще бъде да запазя места в тази от 2 часа?
Разбира се, може да се включим в нея след като обядваме.
Тогава къде ще искаме да отидем първо? Музея или обсерваторията?
Аз бих искала много да видя нощната гледка. Какво ще кажеш, ако останем в замъка до 4 часа и после да отидем до обсерваторията след като се стъмни?
Добра идея. Окей, нека тогава да направим обяд в ресторанта в музея. След това може да отидем да купим сувенири преди да започне обиколката на замъка.
Разбира се, звучи като идеален план. В каква последователност ще се разходят из града? Мъж и жена планират своя маршрут за разглеждане на забележителности. В каква последователност ще се разходят из града?
По кой маршрут да поемем утре?
Аз бих искала да отида до музея, замъка и обсерваторията.
Аз също така искам да купя малко сувенири на път.
Музеят е отворен от 8 до 6, замъкът е отворен от 9 до 4, а обсерваторията изглежда да е отворена от 9 сутринта до 9 вечерта.
Замъкът предлага специална обиколка с екскурзовод 2 пъти на ден, от 12 и от 2 часа. Аз искам да се включа в една от тях.
Мисля, че е необходимо да направиш предварителна резервация за обиколката. Можеш ли да го провериш в интернет?
Да. Тази, която от обяд е пълна. Добре ли ще бъде да запазя места в тази от 2 часа?
Разбира се, може да се включим в нея след като обядваме.
Тогава къде ще искаме да отидем първо? Музея или обсерваторията?
Аз бих искала много да видя нощната гледка. Какво ще кажеш, ако останем в замъка до 4 часа и после да отидем до обсерваторията след като се стъмни?
Добра идея. Окей, нека тогава да направим обяд в ресторанта в музея. След това може да отидем да купим сувенири преди да започне обиколката на замъка.
Разбира се, звучи като идеален план.
Did you get it right? I hope you learned something from this quiz. Let us know if you have any questions. See you next time. How are your Bulgarian listening skills? First, you'll see an image and hear a question. Next comes a short dialogue. Listen carefully and see if you can answer correctly. We'll show you the answer at the end. Are you ready?
Мъж прави рекламация на продукти, които е закупил онлайн. Какво ще замени той? Да, това е центърът за обслужване на клиенти.
Извинете, току-що получих доставка от вас, но това не е каквото поръчах.
Съжалявам, какво точно не е наред?
Поръчах сако с 3 копчета, но това, което получих, има само 2.
Ясно, може би е грешен модел. Изключително много съжаляваме за това. Веднага ще заменим продукта, затова моля, бихте ли ни го изпратили обратно за ваша сметка?
Разбира се. Също така, тази блуза изглежда различно от онази, която видях на вашия уебсайт. Тя не е това, което очаквах, затова искам също да я върна.
Какво е различното?
Мислех, че е тениска без яка, но се оказва, че е полутениска с яка.
Разбирам. Дали сте махнали вече етикета?
Да, махнах го. Но тя наистина не е както изглежда на снимката. Мога ли все пак да я върна?
Господине, предлагаме този модел с яка и без яка. Данните при нас показват, че вие сте избрали модела с яка.
Наистина ли? Тогава трябва да съм отбелязал грешен артикул.
Ние може да заменим продукт само, ако той все още е с етикет. Ще бъде трудно обаче да го направим, ако етикетът е отрязан.
Разбирам. Тогава може ли да смените само сакото?
Разбира се, отново съжаляваме за създаденото неудобство. Какво ще замени той? Мъж прави рекламация на продукти, които е закупил онлайн. Какво ще замени той? Да, това е центърът за обслужване на клиенти.
Извинете, току-що получих доставка от вас, но това не е каквото поръчах.
Съжалявам, какво точно не е наред?
Поръчах сако с 3 копчета, но това, което получих, има само 2.
Ясно, може би е грешен модел. Изключително много съжаляваме за това. Веднага ще заменим продукта, затова моля, бихте ли ни го изпратили обратно за ваша сметка?
Разбира се. Също така, тази блуза изглежда различно от онази, която видях на вашия уебсайт. Тя не е това, което очаквах, затова искам също да я върна.
Какво е различното?
Мислех, че е тениска без яка, но се оказва, че е полутениска с яка.
Разбирам. Дали сте махнали вече етикета?
Да, махнах го. Но тя наистина не е както изглежда на снимката. Мога ли все пак да я върна?
Господине, предлагаме този модел с яка и без яка. Данните при нас показват, че вие сте избрали модела с яка.
Наистина ли? Тогава трябва да съм отбелязал грешен артикул.
Ние може да заменим продукт само, ако той все още е с етикет. Ще бъде трудно обаче да го направим, ако етикетът е отрязан.
Разбирам. Тогава може ли да смените само сакото?
Разбира се, отново съжаляваме за създаденото неудобство.
Did you get it right? I hope you learned something from this quiz. Let us know if you have any questions. See you next time.
Hi everyone! Do you know how to say thank you in Bulgarian? In this lesson, you'll learn 3 different ways to say it. Let's start with the easiest one.
Благодаря. Благодаря.
Another way to say thank you is
Изключително много ви благодаря. Изключително много ви благодаря.
Finally, here's a third way to express your gratitude.
Изключително много ти благодаря. Изключително много ти благодаря.
Okay, let's wrap up this lesson by recapping what we've learned.
Благодаря. Благодаря. Изключително много ви благодаря. Изключително много ви благодаря. Изключително много ти благодаря. Изключително много ти благодаря.
Well done! You just learned 3 different ways to say thank you in Bulgarian. And if you really want to become fluent and speak Bulgarian from the very first lesson, go to BulgarianPod101.com. See you next time!
Hi everyone! Do you know how to say I love you in Bulgarian? In this lesson, you'll learn 3 different ways to say it. Let's start with how to express your feelings to your loved one.
Обичам те. Обичам те. Обичам те.
Or if you want to explain those butterflies in your stomach, you can say
Падам си по теб. Падам си по теб. Падам си по теб.
And when you feel that I love you is not enough, you can say,
С думи не може да се опише любовта ми към теб. С думи не може да се опише любовта ми към теб. С думи не може да се опише любовта ми към теб.
You just learned 3 different ways to say, I love you in Bulgarian. And if you're interested in learning more, don't forget to download your free Romance and Love cheat sheet, which includes romantic words, compliments, and pickup lines. Check out the description below and go to BulgarianPod101.com now. See you next time!
Hi everyone! Do you know the 1,000 most useful phrases in Bulgarian? In this lesson, you'll be able to know all of them, so sit back, relax, and have a cup of tea as you listen and learn.
Къде е тоалетната? Извинете. Страхотно. Имам резервация. Колко струва това? Какво е това? Благодаря. Наистина ли?
Можете ли да ми направите отстъпка? Безплатен ли е Wi-Fi интернета?
Може ли сметката? Бихте ли ми препоръчали нещо? Мога ли да пробвам това?
You just learned the 1,000 most useful phrases in Bulgarian. And if you're interested in learning more, try learning the Core 2000 word list. With this, you'll understand 95% of the language, and best of all, this is not a joke. Check out the description below and go to BulgarianPod101.com now. See you next time.
Wait! Before we start, do you want a bundle of 30 printable Bulgarian PDF cheat sheets? Teaching you words and phrases for conversations for free? Then click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get access.
Welcome to BulgarianPod101.com. In today's lesson, we will talk about February in Bulgaria and what happens during this month. You will learn a few interesting facts about Bulgaria, understand more about the national and religious customs, and find out how Bulgarians celebrate Valentine's Day. If you're ready, let's begin. February. 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 Even though February is shorter than other months, it doesn't fall short on what it offers. Bulgarians enjoy February with its milder winter weather compared to December and January. We also look forward to the festivities happening on that month. Vreme. 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 Whilst February is not the coldest month in Bulgaria, the morning air can still make water freeze. However, it is the month during which we also get the hints of the soon arriving spring. The south, specifically southeast, has softer weather. But countrywide, the temperature is on average between 0 and 10 degrees Celsius. Here's a curious fact. A little village called Tran, near the border with Serbia, holds the record for the lowest ever recorded temperature in Bulgaria, minus 38.4 degrees Celsius. Its geographical location, combined with the specific mountain climate, makes it a real phenomenon. One of the main reasons for this phenomenon in Tran and other similar areas in Bulgaria is the radiation inversion. It's due to the cooling of the Earth's surface at night, which leads to the accumulation of cold air in the valleys. This makes the region around Tran one of the most interesting places for studying microclimatic features in the country. Despite being the shortest month, February offers plenty of celebrations and occasions to get together with family and friends. Our biggest reason to celebrate are the Christian and folklore holidays. Християнски празници. Християнски празници. Християнски празници. Christian holidays. Folklorni praznici. Folklorni praznici. Folklorni praznici. Folklore holidays. While the most of the world celebrates St. Valentine's Day on the 14th of February, we Bulgarians have our own holiday, which is also associated with wine. Day of Trifon. Trifon Zarezan. Trifon Zarezan. Trifon Zarezan. It's a Christian and folklore holiday connected to the change of the seasons from winter to spring. It marks the beginning of grape crops processing. It celebrates the winemakers, gardeners, and innkeepers. Logically, on that day we also drink a lot of wine. Bulgarians take pride in their wine produce, and most would prefer to celebrate Trifon Zarezan than Valentine's Day, honoring the tradition and paying respects to the people involved in the process. Here are a few words to add to your February vocabulary. Vino. 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 Wine. Lozar. 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 Winemaker. Gradinar. 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 Gardener. Krachmar. 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 Innkeeper. If that was not enough, Day of Trifon has another occasion for celebration. Name days. In Bulgarian, imenidni. 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 Name days are associated with the Eastern Orthodox saints. Almost every name can be celebrated on a specific day of the year, sometimes more than once. On the 14th of February, we honor Saint Trifon. Therefore, people named Trifon, or their names coming from Trifon, celebrate on that day. Name days are taken even more seriously than birthdays in Bulgaria. For those who enjoy winter but don't feel like doing just wine tasting, skiing, hiking, and ice skating are popular activities between January and February. Hiking, where there is snow, is of course recommended for more experienced hikers. You can always get a guide if you feel more comfortable. There are some easier trails which do not require a lot of hiking experience. Sofia, the capital of Bulgaria, has a few good ice rinks around town. You will find them quite full on weekends or in the evenings. However, it is quite fun activity where you can see many locals. One of my favorite flowers are snowdrops. In Bulgarian, kukicheta. 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 These flowers are native to the eastern part of Europe and western Turkey, so it might be hard to see them anywhere else. Their peak season is at the end of February. They appear from underneath the snow and adorably bound down their heads. They're incredibly common in Bulgaria, and if you're lucky, you might see meadows full of them. They are a sign of spring, and they bring so much joy to whoever sees them. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. February has so much to offer and to make you look forward to. If you want to learn more about Bulgaria and what to expect throughout the year, make sure to subscribe to BulgarianPod101.com. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. I hope to see you next time. Довиждане!
Now that you're finished with this lesson, don't forget, as a free bonus, you get over 30 conversation cheat sheets, but only if you sign up via the link in the description. You'll learn how to have flowing conversations and how to answer the most common questions. You can also print out these colorful cheat sheets to keep as physical study material. So don't miss out on this free gift. Click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get your PDF cheat sheets. Wait! Before we start, do you want a bundle of 30 printable Bulgarian PDF cheat sheets? Teaching you words and phrases for conversations for free? Then click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get access.
Welcome to BulgarianPod101.com. Today, we have prepared a very interesting lesson for you. Bulgarian name structures have a rich history and hilarious meanings, as well as paying respects to our ancestors. I will talk more about how these names are formed and how Bulgarians address each other compared to other cultures. Feel free to take notes along the way. Let's get started! Bulgarians have three names: first name, middle name, and last name. This tradition has been inherited by the Thracians, which inhabited Southeast Europe from 5000 BCE all up until the 4th century CE. According to the tradition, the middle name of a person honors their father, and the last name their grandfather. Interestingly, if a child is brought up without a father present, they would continue to carry that same tradition by using their mother's name and their surname. Let me give you an example. Elena has a dad named Ivan, and her granddad's surname is Asenov. He took his surname from his father, and his father from his father, and so on. So the surname is more like a family name. Even the word for surname in Bulgarian is familia, from Latin origin. For females, the suffix ova or eva is added to the father's name and it's reflected on the family name. So, Elena's full name will look like this: Elena Ivanova Asenova. For males, the suffix is ov or f. For example, if instead of Elena we had Nicola, his name would be Nikola Ivanov Asenov. The suffix means son of or daughter of. In this case, Nikola, son of Ivan, of the Asenov family. Here is an interesting fact. Bulgarians didn't use family names a century and a half ago. They were considered unnecessary. Instead, they used their first names, nicknames, or their father's names. Bulgarian family names can be derived from professions and trades, like Ovcharov. Ovchar means shepherd. That person was probably looking after sheep. Therefore, his family name comes from his profession. Or Moryakov. Moryak means sailor. So perhaps this person was at sea a lot, and his trade became his family name. Additionally, there are other more unusual suffixes than ov, ova, and ev, eva, but they are not as common. Those other suffixes come from different regions of the country. But to keep this simple, we will stick to the most common suffixes. Another interesting formation of the family names comes from the qualities, appearance, character, or social life of that person. Like Slabakov. Slabak means a physically weak person. I admit it's not the best choice of word, but these names were typically assigned by others at the time. These names sometimes come from negative reputations. For example, a popular Bulgarian football player in current times is Dimitar Berbatov. His family name comes from the word Berbat, literally meaning dirty. I guess his ancestor had trouble staying clean. I mean, the times were hard. Can't blame the man too much. But I guess that name stuck around. Family names can even come from nature, as well as from animals. Lukov. Luk means onion. Chereshov. Cheresha means cherry. Zverev. Zver means beast. Golubov. Golub is the word for pigeon. As you can see, there are countless family names, many of which are no longer in use as family trees get broken or there is no one else to carry the family name. Bulgarians are proud of their family names as they carry the history of their ancestors, of their life, their status, personality. It is fascinating and entertaining to learn about family names, isn't it? In Bulgaria, people often know the names and surnames of their friends, but we rarely know their middle names. Middle names are not commonly used or said aloud. We say them only at times when we are required to state our full names. It's rare to refer to a person by their middle name. You can always ask if the person prefers to be called by their first or last name, or even a nickname. However, it's not unusual for friends to decide that on their own. If a person has a very interesting or unique family name, many might refer to them by it. like çorbacıyeva, coming from the Turkish word çorbacıya, meaning rich merchant, moneylender, or large landowner. Name origins from Turkish are not uncommon due to the long year history between Bulgaria and Turkey. Let's quickly summarize. Bulgarian full names consist of a first name chosen by the parents, middle name derived from the father's name, and a family name passed down from generations. Females use the suffix ova and eva, and males use the suffix ov and f, such as Petrova, Petrov, Danailova, Danailov, Vasileva, Vasilev. Thank you for listening. This is our lesson for today. I hope you found the topic interesting and informative. You can understand so much about Bulgarian culture and people by the family names, and I find that really beautiful. I hope you enjoyed this lesson and give us a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more, make sure to subscribe to bulgarianpod101.com. I hope to see you next time. Довиждане!
Now that you're finished with this lesson, don't forget, as a free bonus, you get over 30 conversation cheat sheets, but only if you sign up via the link in the description. You'll learn how to have flowing conversations and how to answer the most common questions. You can also print out these colorful cheat sheets to keep as physical study material. So don't miss out on this free gift. Click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get your PDF cheat sheets. Wait! Before we start, do you want a bundle of 30 printable Bulgarian PDF cheat sheets? Teaching you words and phrases for conversations for free? Then click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get access.
Welcome to BulgarianPod101.com. Today is a listening and understanding exercise. You will hear a short story about shopping at a local food market in Bulgaria. When I was a kid, it was my favorite thing to do with my mother, as the environment is so vibrant, busy, and full of noise. Listen carefully because later I will ask you a few questions to test your understanding. Now, if you're ready, let's begin! Невена и майка й станаха рано в неделя сутрин, за да посетят местният пазар. С подготвен лист в ръка, двете пристигат на пазара в 9 сутринта. Щандовете са напълно отворени и мястото започва да се напълва. Възрастните хора обичат да ходят по-рано, за да избегнат суматохата. Първи в списъка на Невена и майка й са краставиците. Отправят се към един голям щанд с зеленчук. Оттам решават да купят и домати, тъй като продавачът ги е пуснал на промоция. На следващият щанд продавачката поздравява Невена и майка й, защото са редовни клиенти и се познават. Тя дава на двете да опитат от гроздето, което продава. На Невена толкова й харесва, че майка й купува едно пликче с грозде. Хапвайки от пликчето, Невена слуша виковете на продавачите, които привикваха клиентите. След 40-минутен пазар, двете са накупили много пресен плод и зеленчук. Решават да хапнат по една торта в малко магазинче на пазара и се връщат вкъщи, за да започнат готвенето на обяда. Now, before I read you the story one more time, I will ask you to keep in mind the following questions. What did Nevena and her mother buy first at the market? A. Lemons. B. Grapes. C. Cucumbers. What two things did Nevena eat at the market? A. Cheese and tomatoes. B. Grapes and cake. Or C. Cake and cheese. How long did Nevena and her mother shop for? A. 20 minutes, B. 40 minutes, or C. 1 hour? Невена и майка й станаха рано в неделя сутрин, за да посетят местният пазар. С подготвен лист в ръка, двете пристигат на пазара в 9 сутринта. Щандовете са напълно отворени и мястото започва да се пълни. Възрастните хора обичат да ходят по-рано, за да избегнат суматохата. Първи в списъка на Невена и майка й са краставиците. Отправят се към един голям щанд с зеленчук. Оттам решават да купят и домати, тъй като продавачът ги е пуснал на промоция. На следващият щанд продавачката поздравява Невена и майка й, защото са редовни клиенти и се познават. Тя дава на двете да опитат от гроздето, което продава. На Невена толкова и харесва, че майка й купува едно пликче с грозде. Хапвайки от пликчето, Невена слуша виковете на продавачите, които привикваха клиенти. След 40-минутен пазар, двете са накупили много пресен плод и зеленчук. Решават да хапнат по една торта в малко магазинче на пазара и се връщат вкъщи, за да започнат готвенето на обяда. Let's learn some new vocabulary and grammar. Невена и майка й станаха рано в неделя сутрин, за да посетят местният пазар. Пазар is the word for market. It is easy to remember because it sounds like bazaar in English. Pazar can also mean shopping as a noun. Местен. Местен means local. It's the basic form of the adjective. It can be used for a person or place, such as local residents, local schools, etc. Местният is the definite form of the adjective, meaning the local. In the Bulgarian language, definite adjectives get definite articles attached at the end, depending on the noun's gender. For example, местният пазар, the local market. Местната жена, the local women. Местното училище, the local school. Местните жители, the local residents. Възрастните хора обичат да ходят по-рано, за да избегнат суматохата. Възрастни means elderly. Here you can see that the definite article te is added at the end, translating to the elderly people. Sumatocha is a very fun word which Bulgarians often use. It's a noun describing a commotion, hustle, usually a loud, crazy place, such as local market. Once again, notice the definite article at the end. Хапвайки от пликчето, Невена слуша виковете на продавачите, които привикваха клиенти. Хапвайки от пликчето. Snacking from the bag. Хапвайки comes from the verb hapvam, to have a bite or to snack. The aiki suffix describes an action happening simultaneously with another action. As she ate from the bag, Nevena listened to the shouts of the vendors who were calling in customers. This was some hard grammar and vocabulary. Go back to the story and listen one more time if you need to. And good job for getting that far. Before we summarize what we have learned, let me give you the answers to the 3 questions I asked earlier. Were you able to answer them all correctly? Let's see. What did Nevena and her mother buy first at the market? The correct answer is C. Cucumbers. What two things did Nevena eat at the market? B. Grapes and cake. How long did Nevena and her mother shop for? B. 40 minutes. Here is a summary of what we learned today. Bazar. Bazar. Market or shopping. Местен. Местен. Local. Възрастни. Възрастни means elderly. Суматоха. Суматоха. Commotion. Хапвайки. Хапвайки. While eating. Here we also learned about the suffix aiki, which describes an action happening at the same time as another. Great job on today's lesson, as it was not an easy one. Bulgarian has many interestingly sounding words and the grammar can be quite complex. But once you get the basics, everything will become much easier. If you want to get better at Bulgarian, make sure to subscribe to BulgarianPod101.com. And how about supporting us by giving this video a thumbs up? I hope to see you next time. Do виждане!
Now that you're finished with this lesson, don't forget, as a free bonus, you get over 30 conversation cheat sheets, but only if you sign up via the link in the description. You'll learn how to have flowing conversations and how to answer the most common questions. You can also print out these colorful cheat sheets to keep as physical study material. So don't miss out on this free gift. Click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get your PDF cheat sheets. Wait! Before we start, do you want a bundle of 30 printable Bulgarian PDF cheat sheets? Teaching you words and phrases for conversations for free? Then click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get access.
Welcome to BulgarianPod101.com. Today we have a fun lesson prepared for you. January in Bulgaria is a very exciting month with its unique traditions and holidays. You will also learn some useful vocabulary along the way. I warn you though, after this lesson, you might want to buy a ticket to Bulgaria for the next winter season. Are you ready? Let's get started! January. 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 January is a time for celebration, rituals, and food, but also it is the time to take out your warmest clothes and prepare for cold. Weather. Vreme. 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 Bulgaria has 4 seasons with boiling hot summers and freezing winters. For example, the highest usual temperature in the capital Sofia in January is around 4 degrees. In 2006, the lowest ever temperature in the city was reported, minus 25 degrees. Thankfully, I was too young to remember. During such temperatures, schools would usually close. We called it winter vacation, even though it was not an official holiday. Many cities in Bulgaria experience negative temperatures, even in a seacoast city like Varna. Thankfully, the weather has been milder than previous years, and our winters are not as tough as they used to be. There's not much rain in January. However, snowfall is common countrywide. Let me tell you a little about our national holidays. In Bulgarian, национални празници. Национални празници. Национални празници. One of the most respected and wildly celebrated holiday is Jordanov Den. Jordanov Den. Jordanov Den. Literally translated, Day of Jordan. Jordanov Den is one of the biggest Christian holidays, celebrated on the 6th of January. This is the day in which Jesus Christ was baptized in the Jordan River. On the 6th, the Bulgarian priest goes to a river or pond and throws a cross into the water. Traditionally, an odd number of men go into the icy waters to catch it. It is believed that whoever catches it first will be very healthy and everything will go well for them in the year to come. Personally, I can't even take a cool shower, so I admire those men plunging themselves into 0 degrees water. Moving on to the topic of traditions. Традиции. 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 Кукери. Кукери. Kukeri. Kukeri are Bulgarian men in scary costumes, usually representing mythical creatures, animals, or demons. Together, they dance in a traditional ritual to scare the evil spirits away, bringing good luck and ensuring successful harvest for the year. This is one of the oldest Bulgarian traditions from the Trajan times, and it is a pre-Christian ritual recognized by UNESCO. The kukeri ritual is done during the Surva festival at the end of January or beginning of February. If you're seeing them for the first time, you might be spooked out. You might also hear a few crying children. However, amongst the kukeri, even kids can dress up and join the dance. National Geographic did a fantastic cover on Bulgarian kukeri. So, if you're interested, you can find the video on YouTube. Name days. Именни дни. Именни дни. Именни дни. Many people find the concept of name days oddly cool. In Bulgaria, name days are associated with Eastern Orthodox saints. Most names can be celebrated on their specific saint's day. People in Bulgaria often consider their name day to be even more significant than their birthdays. There are so many name days in the year. For example, there are 14 in January. But some days are more popular because the associated names are common. 6th of January, or as I already explained, Jordanov Den, is widely popular name day. People named Jordan, Jordana, Dancho, Dana, Bogdana, etc. will celebrate on that day. Same for the 7th of January, Day of Ivan, Ivanov Den. Over 130,000 people named Ivan celebrate all over the country on that day. 17th of January, Day of Anton, Antonov Den. 18th of January, Day of Atanas, Atanasov Den. It's normal for kids to bring chocolates to school on their name day. I studied with 5 Ivans and 3 Antons in high school. We always had a lot of candy. In that case, it's always nice to have so many people with the same name. Now, I might have scared you a little with the low temperatures, but believe me, it has its perks. Skiing, or ski, is popular activity amongst Bulgarians and many foreign tourists. The beautiful landscapes and fluffy snow offers breathtaking views. 1.7 million tourists visit Bulgaria during the ski seasons from December to February. Popular ski resorts are Bansko, Borovec, and Pamporovo. If you are an experienced hiker, there are plenty of trails in case you prefer walking. It is a winter wonderland, whichever location you choose. January is not as busy as February, so make sure you try out all the mountain activities you can. Hot springs, минерални бани, минерални бани, минерални бани. You might be surprised to know that hot springs are a secret gem of Bulgaria. Bulgaria is at second place in Europe for the most natural mineral springs after Iceland, with over 700 around the country. This makes Bulgaria the perfect spa destination, especially during the winter season. Some popular spa resorts are located in Velingrad, Sandanski, and Bankia. Most are easily accessible from Sofia. So, if you want to relax in the hot water after skiing, you have plenty of options available. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bulgaria is a beautiful country with rich history, delicious food, and colorful language. If you want to learn more about it, make sure to subscribe to bulgarianpod101.com. See you next time. Довиждане!
Now that you're finished with this lesson, don't forget, as a free bonus, you get over 30 conversation cheat sheets, but only if you sign up via the link in the description. You'll learn how to have flowing conversations and how to answer the most common questions. You can also print out these colorful cheat sheets to keep as physical study material. So don't miss out on this free gift. Click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get your PDF cheat sheets. Wait! Before we start, do you want a bundle of 30 printable Bulgarian PDF cheat sheets? Teaching you words and phrases for conversations for free? Then click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get access.
Здравейте! Welcome to BulgarianPod101.com. In today's listening exercise, we'll explore a day in the life of a Bulgarian. More specifically, we'll take a look at what a typical Saturday might look like in the bustling capital of Sofia. Along the way, you'll pick up some practical, everyday vocabulary and get familiar with slightly more advanced sentence structures. Make sure to listen carefully because after the story, I will ask you a few questions to test your understanding. Are you ready? Let's dive in! Кристина стана в 8 в събота сутрин. Искаше и се да поспи още, но звукът от трамваите я събуди. Първата й работа беше да си направи кафе и след това да оправи леглото си. Беше слънчева сутрин, затова тя реши да изпие кафето на балкона. След бърза закуска, Кристина отиде до фитнеса. По принцип ходи на фитнес във вторник и четвъртък, но тъй като стана рано, имаше време за бърза тренировка. Към 10 часа Мария й се обади да направят една разходка по центъра на София и да си поприказват. Двете са съседки и често се срещат в квартала. Улиците вече бяха пълни с хора и музика, идваща от заведенията. Момичетата си приказваха повече от час, но дойде време за обяд и Кристина реши да се изготви вкъщи. След обяд и почивка, тя се приготви да ходи на театър с нейни приятелки. Веднъж в месеца ходят на постановки в Народния театър и този път гледаха комедия. Постановката приключи в 9 и понеже беше събота, момичетата отидоха да пинат по едно питие. Кристина се прибра към 11 и бързо се приготви за лягане, надявайки се трамваят да не я събуди отново. So, let's test your comprehension. I will read the text slowly one more time. Try and answer these multiple choice questions. What did Christina first do in the morning? A. Made her bed. B. Brushed her teeth. Or C. Made coffee. When does Christina usually go to the gym? A. On Friday only. B. On Tuesday and Thursday. C. On Tuesday only. What kind of play did the girls watch? A. Comedy. B. Mystery. C. Drama. Feel free to pause the video and write the questions down. I will reveal the answers later. If you're ready, let's go through the story once again. Кристина стана в 8 в събота сутрин. Искаше й се да поспи още, но звукът от трамваите я събуди. Първата й работа е да си направи кафе и след това да оправи леглото си. Беше слънчева сутрин, затова тя реши да изпие кафето на балкона. След бърза закуска, Кристина отиде до фитнеса. По принцип ходи на фитнес във вторник и четвъртък, но тъй като стана рано, имаше време за бърза тренировка. Към 10 часа Мария й се обади да направят една разходка по центъра на София и да си поприказват. Двете са съседки и често се срещат в квартала. Улиците вече бяха пълни с хора и музика, идваща от заведенията. Момичетата си приказваха повече от час, но дойде време за обяд и Кристина реши да си сготви вкъщи. След обяд и почивка, тя се приготви да ходи на театър с нейни приятелки. Веднъж в месеца ходят на постановки в Народния театър и този път гледаха комедия. Постановката приключи в 9 и понеже беше събота, момичетата отидоха да пинат по едно питие. Кристина се прибра към 11 и бързо се приготви за лягане, надявайки се трамваят да не я събуди отново. Did you manage to get the answers to all the questions? Don't worry if you didn't. Listen to the text again if you need to. But first, let's go through some important vocabulary and structures. Искаше й се да поспи още, но звукът от трамваите я събуди. Искаше й се. Това е рефлексивна конструкция, която изразява желание или стремеж, често срещана в българският език. Трамвай е форма на обществен транспорт, често използван в европейски държави. Силният шум от трамваите е познат на всички, които живеят до трамвайните линии. Беше слънчева сутрин, затова тя реши да изпие кафето на балкона. Глагол плюс да плюс глагол. Да е свързваща частица, която се използва за въвеждане на действие. Като например отиде да яде. Went to eat. Тръгна да пише. Began to write. Опита се да рисува. Tried to draw. Улиците вече бяха пълни с хора и музика, идваща от заведенията. Фразата пълни са се използва, за да опише обекти или места, които съдържат голямо количество или са наситени с нещо. Като например, чашата е пълна с вода или книгата е пълна с интересни факти. Веднъж в месеца ходят на постановки в Народния театър. Постановка е театрално шоу, например пиеса, музикално шоу или друг вид сценична продукция. Момичетата отидоха да пинат по едно питие. Питие означава напитка, обикновенно алкохолна, както в този контекст. Може да се използва и за безалкохолна.
In today's video, we covered vocabularies such as postanovka, play or performance, and pitye, drink. We also learned about the use of reflexive pronouns in Bulgarian, explaining how phrases like "искаше и се" express desire. It also highlights the usage of пълни с to describe something filled with people or things, like пълни с хора и музика, filled with people and music. The connecting particle da is crucial for making sentences in Bulgarian. It introduces an action that follows a decision, intention, or desire. Let's quickly go through the answers of the questions I asked earlier. What did Christina do first in the morning? The right answer was C, made coffee. When does Christina usually go to the gym? The right answer is B, on Tuesday and Thursday. What kind of play did the girls watch? The right answer was A, comedy. Great job for staying till the end. There were a few complicated sentences, but you made it through. Do you have trams in your country? I miss riding them, but not how loud they are. If you liked today's lesson, please hit the like button and make sure to subscribe to Bulgarian Pod 101 for more videos like this one. See you next time! Довиждане!
Now that you're finished with this lesson, don't forget, as a free bonus, you get over 30 conversation cheat sheets, but only if you sign up via the link in the description. You'll learn how to have flowing conversations and how to answer the most common questions. You can also print out these colorful cheat sheets to keep as physical study material. So don't miss out on this free gift. Click the link in the description and sign up for a free lifetime account to get your PDF cheat sheets. Expand your vocabulary with our Core 2000 Words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Bulgarian ebook before it's gone.